God said, speak about a message I have entitled, Who is Exposing the Fake Pastors? The Church of God have come to a certain kind of place of assault and a time of scrutiny where everybody is talking about pastors and prophets. By the grace of God, I don't know whether it is by God or by the devil, but we have found some people on the internet and on television talking vehemently against some fake pastors. Very well and very good. They have done well. We clap for them. Because the whole nation is supporting them. But does that mean that God is supporting this work? That's a question to answer. Does it mean it's good? That's another day. Does it also mean that the person exposing them is assigned by God? Abba, I don't have the answer. Because to me, left to me alone, I will not talk about this. But the truth is bitter, but it cures and saves the future. And God spoke to me, if I don't talk about this, posterity will judge me. So hear me, ladies and gentlemen. You may not like this, but it may be a certain truth you don't know. Because when the truth is not revealed, we take lies to be the truth. And to those of you that are happy, there are fake pastors, God is punishing them. God, that their time has come. God wants to destroy their life. They will never rise up again. Haba, do you know a fake pastor? I am not disputing character, bad character. I am not disputing certain activities. I am not saying the thing they have been doing is right. But you see, one of the things you must be very careful is number one, how is God? How does he do his operations? How does he look like? You must also understand what is fake. Who is a fake man of God? From Genesis to Revelation, how I have seen God deal and use individuals are different. So how do we know this one is fake and this one is righteous? Because the God of Moses, the way God used Moses is not the same way God used Joshua. When Moses was leading the people and they got to Jordan, Moses stretched forth his rod and the Jordan river opened. When Joshua got to the same river, God said, turn your back. You saw Christians walking from their back. How will you explain that one? The former general overseer stretched forth his hand and the sea opened. The assistant overseer that came, just a new young man, said God didn't tell him the same way. God didn't give you rod. God gave him instruction. So which of them is fake? Is it Joshua or Moses? Ladies and gentlemen, tell me, have we ever sat down to go through and study a lot of analysis about the church? Something happened in Zechariah chapter number 3 verse 1. And he showed me Joshua, the high priest, standing before the angel of the Lord, and Satan standing at the right hand side to resist him. And the Lord said unto Satan, may the Lord rebuke thee, O Satan. Even the Lord that have chosen Jerusalem rebuke thee. Is not this a brand plucked out of the fire? Now verse 3, Joshua was clothed with a filthy garment. The man was a sinner before God. The man was wearing a filthy garment, and Satan was right there to expose him. Do you know our God? There is something about our God called mercy. There is something about our God called grace. He does not need you to be qualified before he calls you. He doesn't need a qualified person to use. He doesn't need a righteous man to use. God cannot be understood. God is a mystery. Do you understand that? A man that was not righteous, this man is wearing a filthy garment. God said, Satan, get out. I have not sent you to judge my servant. Ladies and gentlemen, you that you are exposing fake prophets, do you know? And Christians, I have kept on saying it. You are joining them and you are happy clapping because they have not mentioned your pastor's name. You think your pastor is righteous. Oh, once they have mentioned somebody's name, is fake. Show me. Is it the Church of Pentecost? Church of Pentecost, how for them they are righteous, They are holy. That's a planter lie. Is it the Church of SDA? The SDA people, the Seventh-day Adventists, believe that they are the only righteous church on earth. Is that not so? What about the Church of Pentecost? They also believe they are the only righteous church. If you don't come to Pentecost, you are not going to heaven. What about the Jehovah's Witness? Jehovah's Witness, they say, if you don't come to Jehovah, you will never, you are not even the child of God. What about Apostolic? Church of Christ? Church of Christ believe that they are the original church. If you don't come to Church of Christ, you are not a Christian. So which one is fake? Is it Church of Christ or Roman Catholic? Roman Catholic people believe that they are righteous and they believe the church is holy. A church that every day, every Sunday, somebody will be burning incense is righteous. Don't worry. Men don't marry. Pastors don't marry in the church. It is a righteous church. Don't worry. A church, the SDA church, who said that God have said it in the Old Testament that there are some animals we are not supposed to eat them, and it's only Saturday you must go to church. If you don't go to church on Saturday, you are not from God. You won't go to heaven. It's righteous. Do you know the righteous church? Is it the charismatic, the Methodist? Show me any righteous man and show me any righteous church. The fact that your story has not come out does not make you righteous. And you young men that are happy selling those videos and you are celebrating this kind of ignorance, if you are not careful, God will vomit you out of his mouth. Because those that are exposing the church, they don't know the mysteries of the church.